everybody, rev up your engines and buckle up for the 8th episode of Riding in Cars with Real Estate, Title and Escrow Edition. My name is Marty Fink, loan officer and branch manager, powered by Homespire Mortgage, coming to you from my husband's Mercedes. Buckle up and let's ride the waves of real estate success together. Today, we're hitting the road with none other than Michael Palacios.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
You did get it right. That's good.
He is the Director of Operations at Fortis Title and Escrow. A Virginia Beach native, Michael is not only a dedicated professional, but also a proud family man, enjoying life with his wife, Kirsty, and their 2 children. Known for his infectious energy and love for conversation, Michael is a self-proclaimed foodie with a passion for travel. In the real estate world, he's a true go-getter, constantly motivated to grow and nurture relationships across all aspects of the industry. Networking and building business aren't just part of his job, they're in his DNA. We might have to check that out.
Yeah.
Buckle up as we dive into Michael Palacios' journey, exploring his insights on the title industry, his philosophy on balancing business and family, and the power of real estate connections. Let's give Michael Palacios from Fortis Title and Escrow in Hampton Roads a revved up welcome to the ride.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm honored to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
This is off the cuff. We planned it like a month ago.
Yeah,
but we finally got it together.
we did. We had like 3 or 4 makeup dates. So
yeah, we moved it around a couple times. But I have a fun fact. So when I do these and I do the stalking.
Yeah.
Because I do know a little bit about you because we're friends, but I did some funny stuff on there. So when I went and I looked at our friendship on, we've been friends for a couple of years, but what we had in common was Dumb and Dumber, and I almost fell in the
greatest movie ever.
I know. I almost fell on the floor. I was like, yeah, that kind of like sounds like how we talk sometimes.
Well, it's funny because my wife is like, "What are we gonna be for Halloween this year?" Like we've got a couple parties to go to. And I was like, you know what? We could do Lloyd and Harry from Dumb and Dumber, but like the tuxedo scene.
Yeah.
And she was like, should we do that? I was like, yeah, why not? And then we started looking into it. And then I think I got like a work text or something, and I just totally veered off. And it was like, so we ended up doing something else last minute. We're doing Ricky Bobby.
I like it.
Yeah, so I believe Ricky Bobby.
If you ain't first, you last.
That's right. And that's it's going to apply to Fortis Title if you're not closing with Fortis.
Please tell me you're not wearing golden fleece diapers.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
Not for this party.
Are you going to Kristen?
I am. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So you be there?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna be a purple witch.
Okay. Well, we were trying to find something that was like friendly, that wasn't like too raunchy, and you know, it's tough to do that.
It is
because everything is like the dirty version of, like, can you say the other word? Slutty?
Yeah, you can say that.
Like the slutty version of a cop or a witch or this or that. And it's like, we don't have to do that. Like we've got 2 kids. Like we could be the funny version of things. My wife's like, really? But I still like the other stuff.
You're gonna see it. I'm sure you're gonna see it anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me take a
swig
of my tattooed.
Mine brought by Taste Unlimited.
Did you just get that today?
No, I've had this. They're my honorary drink sponsor daily.
So hey, that brings me to the first question.
Okay.
So how do you juggle the demands of running Fortis Title and Escrow while staying present for your family and personal passions?
Ooh, that's tough. So, you know,
Kirsty, if you're listening, here we go.
Yeah, she may beg to differ with the answer. You know, it was something that I wanted to do when we started this company, was that I wanted it to be obviously successful and busy, but I also wanted the home life balance, and that, because that's very important to me. And for the most part, I think I do a decent job of that. Like when I'm home, I'm home. Mm-hmm. And I try not to play on the phone much. This is where if she sees this, she's going to say that I'm lying. But you know, for the most part, like I've done a really good job of having the relationship be with the processors and the agents or the loan officers. So for me to get a call or a text, really at all, there has to be some sort of outlying issue that they need help with, and then they'll call me. The agent will call me, or the processor, or somebody will call me. But for the most part, like, they're the ones that deal with anything. Like, so, and we're title and escrow, so we don't. Nobody calls me on the weekends because there's never a title and escrow issue where, like, I'm not doing pre-approvals over there.
Why would I call you? Why would we call you after 5
You never. Yeah. I mean,
those are personal stuff. Yeah.
Right. Which I get plenty of too, which is great because I've become friends with a lot of the people that we close with. So when I get home, like 7 o'clock really is I like to say 6, but 6 is still too close to when we close. So 7 o'clock is really a hard cutoff for me. Just because that's my daughter's bath time, and I usually give her a bath, and then we put her to bed around 8:30.
Right, yeah, so, that's like a short window.
Right, and so like I'm gonna spend time with her.
If you have that in there, though, at least she knows you're gonna be home.
Right, and so like that's my big thing is like I want to be there for them. I want to be there with them. I want to experience the things with them and not miss those things because they're young for a short period of time, and for me, that means more than making any money.
Yeah,
I mean, the money's nice, but like that's what helps me do the things that I do with them. Right.
Yeah, and then I like that. Right. So one of my coaches at I'm a member of a coaching company. I don't know what to call it, but anyway, I have a coach.
Okay.
And one of them, he has I think he has 3 children, but one of his biggest things is that no matter what, every Friday morning, he has breakfast with his children every Friday morning, no matter how busy he is.
I love that. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
For the most part, I take my son to school every day during the week, and then I go to the office, and then I'll typically take my daughter to my in-laws' house so she can watch them.
It's important for this. I know this is way off topic, but the stigma of the fathers have to be at work. I think it's great to see fathers like taking that time to spend with their children because it, like when I was growing up, it was my dad spent time with me, but my dad worked a lot. That stigma of you have to be the dad, you have to be to work, you have to be there at work all the time making money.
Yeah.
So I think it's great when I see the way that the mindset is changing for men.
Well, I mean, like that was kind of the thing for me. Like my dad worked a lot, and that was great because it helped provide a lot of things for me and my family. My dad's been in business for 56, 7, 8.
What does your dad do?
He started Zero Subs.
Really?
Yeah, so he's been in business for a really long time.
Wow.
And his, that's been him and his 2 cousins started it. That's been his focus, his baby for 100 years now.
So put in some hours,
right? And he still does. He's he just turned 77. Whoa. And he still has like his own. He has his own store in Chesapeake that he runs and operates, and then he still runs the franchise. So like I appreciate what he did for us, but like I just wanted to be there for more things for my kids, and
we probably missed a lot that we didn't realize we were.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like the time flies. Like I feel like just yesterday, Brody was
He was born.
3 years old. We're starting to talk. Yeah, I feel like my wife was just pregnant too, and my daughter is going to be 3 in December. So like the time is just like so fast, and we get caught up in our day to day, and we tend to lose sight on the important things, which is like the family and the ones that look up to us and want us to be there all the time, right?
I'm trying not to kill you.
Yeah, please don't. That wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, sorry, Kirsty. I'm not trying to kill him, but these people on First Colonial.
Yeah, they drive crazy.
So since we're on a 35 mile per hour, as a foodie, we're gonna jump into something else. As a foodie, and because I was just in conversations with you like over the years, But as a foodie and a travel enthusiast, do you have a favorite destination or a dish that's become your go-to for recharging? Ooh, that was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful. For recharging, no, but like there's certain places that I go that I've got, like, I have to go to this restaurant when I go there. Like when I go visit my agents in Tampa or in Florida, Jacksonville, or in Pensacola, like there's specific places. Tampa, anytime I go to Tampa, there is an Italian restaurant. It's called Roca. It is by far the best Italian restaurant ever. They do a tableside mozzarella dish, and they make mozzarella from scratch tableside, and it's just like the greatest thing ever. There's not a bad dish that you can have there. They actually just, yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna have to get the name. I'm gonna have to write that down.
yeah, I mean, it's the best thing. Anybody that goes to Tampa or lives in the Tampa area should be eating at Roca. There's a sub shop in Jacksonville that I like called what is it, Surfer Subs or something like that. I mean, you get a sandwich and it's got like this much meat on it, and it's just amazing. And then here, of course, is always Zeros. You know, when I'm on the healthier kick, I've been doing like Kava has been a staple. Anywhere that I can just get some sort of like meat bowl with just like meat and a little bit of rice and some veggies. But that's really been kind of like my go-to here. Has been, I try and stick to the same thing to not make it too complicated or taste. I'm there every day anyway getting tea. Like so I can just get a salad from Taste or the Hilltop. If I'm getting a sandwich, it's always the Hilltop. Turkey, provolone, hothouse, multigrain bread. 4 pieces of bacon, not 2.
I think the one I get is the Inlet.
Okay, that's my wife's favorite is the Inlet. She adds prosciutto to it.
Yeah, I think I add bacon to it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't have meat on it.
Right. Yeah, that's the one with mozzarella, tomato.
Yeah, and
the basil mayo.
Yes,
the basil aioli.
I could eat that by the spoonful. I don't know why. It's so good.
It is so good.
It is like amazing. So what prompted me to get you in the car on this call is something that I just implemented into my business recently, and it was like the words just like fell out of your mouth, and it resonated with me big time, and I was like, yes. So I think it's something that agents, realtors need to hear, and that was talking about the just ask, and that, you know, like just ask for the business, because people are not doing that right now, and you see a lot of negativity. So
lots of negativity.
And so the question really for you is, so you mentioned how the just ask philosophy is to your business, how important it is to your business. Can you share how this approach has helped you?
I think for me, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that are just shy when it comes to this. Like, we're in the business to ask for business, to get more business, right? Because that's what we want to be successful. We need more deals, and the only way you can get deals is by asking, in my opinion, right? So, like, when I go meet with people, I'm not meeting with them and saying, hey, give me your business, or if somebody leaves, where have you been? When I'm meeting with somebody or I'm talking to somebody, I'm really getting to know that person, and I'm trying to hear, when I'm talking to them, you know, what are their pain points? What issues are they having with their current company? And I hear what they say. I'm not going there and I'm just talking about me or my business. I really try not to talk about me at all, and let them talk, and then I can listen. And then once I listen and hear, you know, holes in or issues with their business, then I figure out ways to help them from my side of things, which it's always, in my opinion, it's always pretty simple. It's just listening to the other person talk and hearing what they have to say. And so then I go back and I follow up with them, and then eventually what I do is I just ask them for the business. And I'm like, hey, why don't you give me an opportunity and let me take a shot at doing a couple closings for you, and I'm very confident that we can eliminate some of these issues that you're having with your previous title company, or your not previous, but your current title company. And that's worked out really well for me so far.
So if you were telling an agent that they should do something like this, like we talk to agents all the time. That's what we do.
Right.
If you were telling an agent, like giving them a little bit of a pep talk on how to do this, what would you tell them? This is
are you trying to get me in trouble?
No, I like to help them.
Yeah, I think that if they go into, maybe if they're going into listing appointments, I think this would probably be more specific to listing appointments, is that, I mean, I'm not a realtor, so I don't know how that would work, but I would assume that if they went in with the same mindset of going in and letting the seller tell them what their wants and needs are, and just listening to what they have to say versus talking about themselves and really selling themselves, I think it would be a healthy way of doing it, but also letting the seller know, what their strong suits are and what they're good at, because obviously they can't go in and just listen and not give any feedback or any type of track record or anything like that, unless it's like a family member or best friend. Right. So
then you just tell them, you have to listen.
Right, you have to list with me, and you have got no other option. And that's how it is with titles sometimes. It's just you have to close with me. You have no other option. No, I'm just kidding.
And the other thing too is like, so a lot of times when I'm talking to people on the phone, and I try to urge, and I even told my agents, I'm like, you're gonna expect this from me now. It's kind of like this is the hang up thing now. When I hang up, like when you're talking on the phone, like, hey, can you do me a favor? You got anybody else that's looking to buy or sell right now? Because agents have huge databases that they can just work. And I mean, if I was an agent, I would take one day out and work my database. I actually work my database once a week for like 2 to 4 hours, depending on what is going on.
And I think there's a lot of agents that are really good at doing that. And it's sending cards, it's staying in front of people, it's wishing people happy birthday. It's they're constantly staying in front of them. And then there's some agents that would prefer to work for a place that just provides them leads. And the amount of money that they could make off of getting a referral or whatever from that one deal that you just closed, for the most part, you have a very happy client, whether they're buying or selling, because you just got them the house or sold their house for X amount of dollars, and they should be ecstatic with you. And I guarantee you that person knows 1 or 2 people that are going to be selling their house or going to be buying a new house, or have a cousin or an aunt or somebody. There's somebody that you can refer them to.
And that was the hardest thing for me to learn, is to remember to do that. Ask.
Yeah, I mean
that's the worst part. Like at the end, like, oh my God, I didn't ask you. I forgot.
And we don't want to ask, because I mean I feel like at times we get, I don't even know how it is, but like you're shy to ask because you're afraid of them being like, no, you didn't do a really good job. Or, I mean, who's going to say no if you just knocked it out of the park for them? Like there's going to be a minimum of one, and that'd be one new person that you could follow up with. And if you do that every time you have a closing, or if you see somebody somewhere, I mean, I just feel like the potential is limitless.
Yeah, they have reluctance. It's reluctance.
There is reluctance.
We're afraid of the no.
Right. Everybody's afraid of the no.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you, from personal experience, is that when I first started in title, they wanted me making X amount of calls a day, and like I just could not. That phone weighed 8,000 pounds. I could not pick up the phone and call people. But if you put me in a room with 50 people, I would talk to all 50 people. No questions asked. It would be super easy for me. I just didn't like picking up the phone because I didn't like people saying no to me.
Right. And they will.
They will.
Yeah.
But I figured out other ways to do it without having to pick up the phone, and how to get in front of people. And social media has been a great thing for all of our business. Because, you know, if I'm really good at posting on social media and I post a lot of stuff about, you know, my closings and everything I'm doing, it probably looks like I'm doing 10 times the amount of business that I really am, right?
That's what, yeah, well, yeah. If you,
like, think about an agent. Like, they post a house just ratified,
yeah, so
under contract, just sold. You know, there's four different pictures that they can post for that one house.
For one house, you can have 4 different things that they can do,
And if you're just scrolling through somebody's social media, you're going to see that and be like, man, this person's killing it.
They are killing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few companies out there that do that, and they're really good at it.
They're good at the repetitive posting. And sometimes it's like the time of the day, too. And
it's very specific to the time of the day. So, like, certain times to post, I think, are like, I have to pull it back up, but like I know that like 7 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock is another good one. 9 a.m. in the morning, or most people are kind of like right before 9. People are posting. So if you're posting at 5 a.m., not many people are going to be looking at your social media.
Right. So if you weren't running a title company, what other career would you see yourself enjoying?
Man, I would probably be really good at being like an assistant to like a traveling secretary, or like a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I was thinking of stay-at-home dad.
My wife actually really wants me to be a stay-at-home dad.
Aww.
I'm totally kidding. She does not like that at all. I would probably go insane. Like, I always have to be doing something. And it would probably be along the line, something with like connecting people, networking. Like, when I was growing up, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist, and I totally veered off of track from that, like, really, really, really badly. And I think it was probably because of the amount of time in school thing for me. But I'm like, that's what I like. I like people. I like talking to people. I feed off of other people's energy,
right?
And that's really a big thing for me. Like, like before I met with you today, like I was just inundated with things that I was doing in the office, and I was just like, I was not pumped up. I wasn't in a bad mood, but I was like, not tired, but just like bleh, you know? Yeah. And then as soon as I got in your car, I was like, boom! I knew what was going to happen, and I knew that
you knew this was going to be fun.
I knew it was going to be fun, but this is the type of stuff that fuels me and gets me going. I don't know, maybe if I was like Joe Rogan's stunt double, would that
You know, I was told his podcasts are like 2 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, he's got very long podcasts, like 2 and 3 hours.
I've never listened to one before. I guess I should.
I listened to one.
But I listen to I listen to real estate stuff and mortgage stuff all the time. I probably should listen to it. But I started a book too. I listen to books a lot.
Okay.
Because we don't have time to read.
No,
we don't have time.
It's tough. My wife and I have started reading at night. So like instead of watching TV or me aimlessly scrolling through social media and commenting on people's posts and all that stuff, is like we read a book together at night before we go to bed. And that's been actually really cool because it's a way for us to connect that we can't be interrupted because like my phone is on silent at all times. My watch will vibrate. I don't even have a ringer on it, so it just vibrates. And so if it's something really important, it's most likely going to fall by the wayside because once we start reading, my watch comes off and then my phone goes on the charger, which is far away from me. So that's good. No, that's awesome. I really like that idea. Yeah. Y'all need to write that. Husbands, write that down. Husbands. We just started that. It's been really. I've enjoyed that, and I know she has too. Yeah, sometimes I bet that the silent time to like think, even though you are reading, but you can still reflect while you're reading. Too. Sure. But like think about like how busy our day is and all the things we think about throughout the day. And did this file close? Did I get this from this person? Did I send this to that person? Was this signed correctly? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, and my phone's ringing and I need to get on social media. And we just have so much going through our heads that like this is a very busy business. And so to completely unplug and just let your mind relax is like really good because you can get burnt out in these industries really easily. Yes. As you know. Oh yeah, really, really fast. Yeah. Although I feel like I'm ramping up in my old age. No, you're crushing it. Crushing. Wild. I went from like
zero. But it's only. It's because of the just ask thing. I mean, if I wasn't doing that, it wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be.
But it's not just that. It's everything else that you put into motion to and then added that to it.
We planted seeds.
Right. It's amazing customer service. It's amazing product that you have. It's like anytime we see a deal with your name on it, like, we are so pumped because we know that it's going to be an awesome transaction. We know we're not going to have to follow up with you for anything. We know that it's going to get done correctly. And then at the end, we get to see you in the closing room, and you're always there, and you're always so excited. You're always so energetic. And, like, who wouldn't want to work with somebody like that?
I'm supposed to be talking about you.
Did I just pitch you your services really well? Just ask.
One last question, though, and this is off of that whole subject, but what is one fun fact about you that many people may not know about you?
Fun fact. This one's always so tough to answer. I've got 3. So I used to have a nickname, and it was Butterbean, because I used to be really fat. I shaved my head bald at like 8, 9, 10, something like that. And the guys that I surfed with called me Butterbean, and it really stuck until about a couple years ago. And there's even today, I ran into a guy last night, and I haven't seen him in 10 years. He was like, Butterbean! And I'm like, oh my God, people still call me that. Like, my professional name is Michael. So there's that. I play tennis. Like, I'm an avid tennis player.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I like tennis. I played a lot as a kid, and I played in high school, and then
because you went to First Colonial. Yeah.
So I played there, and then I didn't like my coach very much, so I quit, and I didn't play for a long time, and I picked it up about 6 years ago, and I've been playing that a lot, and yeah, I mean, like,
very cool.
Yeah, those are it. I said 3, but there's 2.
Yeah, I was like, I'm waiting for the 3rd one.
You want the 3rd one? Like, I'll play video games on the weekend. Like, if I really want to check out and not hear or do anything, like, I'll play video games.
So what do you play?
Call of Duty or NBA.
There you
go. Those are the only 2 games that I play.
That's awesome.
If Brody wants to play Fortnite, I'll play Fortnite with him, but that's really it, is those 2.
That's really awesome. That's very cool. Very cool. But Butterbean was the best one.
Yeah, I figured that one gets a lot. That one gets a lot.
Everybody's gonna laugh at that one. They're gonna be like, so now everybody's gonna start calling you Butterbean.
Well, yeah, and now I have to shave my head bald. So
why do you have to?
Because I don't grow hair here or here, but like more so like here.
Oh.
So I don't want to have a big old ring. Yeah, I don't want to have a ring.
No comb over?
No, I had to comb over for a while until somebody made me cut it, which was really funny because I was like, I'm not going to do this. And then when I did it, I was like, man, this actually looks a little bit better. Let's do this.
That's awesome. I just started something on this ride when we end them. So I just, I have something for you.
Oh,
I have to find it. It's on the floor. The car is clean, I promise. So this is what you get.
Okay. I like that. I get a shirt.
You get a shirt.
All right.
So it's I Survived Riding in Cars with Real Estate with Marty, I think.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's I got to have my logo on the back.
You should.
So that is yours.
Thank you.
I totally appreciate you doing this with me today. This was fun.
This is really good. I knew this was going to be fun.
Well, hopefully I'll be famous. We'll be famous one day.
Yeah, I think
we're local famous.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely local.
I feel like we're definitely local.
We are locally famous. It's kind of a big deal. Right.
If you haven't heard of us,
it's kind of a big deal.
But I do appreciate you coming on here. This is a big deal. If you don't go see Michael Palacios at Fortis Title for your closing, then you're missing out. You're totally missing out. It's always fun. We always learn something about food. You get to sit on the miniature furniture in there.
It is not miniature. It's just low. It's very modern, and it's deep.
Bring your walkers. Bring your walkers.
Or they can help you get up, whatever.
Yeah, well, I roll on the floor and get up. So that's how I do it. It's really...
It's meant for people that are 5... I'm going to say this, and this is going to get... A lot of people are going to laugh. This is meant for people that are 5'8". Like 5'7".
You're 5'7"?
No, it's like 5'7 3/4". It's 5'8". You have to round up, Marty.
Well, I mean,
yeah, you have to.
Not everybody's. You're probably average height. I'm just the above average. I'm like stupid tall.
You're very tall.
Yeah, I'm
You're very
stupid tall.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for coming on here. Go see him, and if you can, make sure you like this and share it. You're going to see us here on in the next couple of weeks, and that's it. Everybody, thank you, and come back and see us soon. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.